Hello everyone, my name is Gothic Lord UK, and this is Session 3 of Baldur's Gate 3 5th Edition. Last time, we gathered our compatriots to make a party of 4, leveled up to level 2, and now we'll be going on our way to see if we can't solve this issue of tadpoles growing in our brains, threatening to turn us into mind flayers. Last time we found Gale here at this clearing, and we found an ancient rune circle, similar to the one just down the hill, the overgrown ruins that you can see on the minimap there. These will become important because rule number 3 is going to be pertinent here. No fast travel or camp travel, except when located next to an ancient rune circle. So, coming to this ancient rune circle, I will allow myself to click this button here to go to camp and end day. That will be the only way that we can instigate a long rest, at which we will need food and water for the party in order to heal and rest. But otherwise, while we are away from these ancient rune circles, camp will not be available to us, nor will we be able to teleport ourselves to one of these ancient rune circles. But otherwise, for now, we've seen what's further around that way, but there is some darkness on our minimap, so let's head this way until we find something that is either intriguing or a threat, and we will proceed accordingly. Entrance to ruins. When we met Shadowheart at the bottom of the hill there, she was having trouble getting through a locked gate into some ruins, so we may well have found another entrance up to there. As we awkwardly shimmy along making progress. Chapel entrance. There's somebody over there. Taman. I don't know who Taman is. And Twisted Vines. Difficult terrain. Creatures move at half speed and may become ensnared, taking 1d6 piercing damage. Well, I will take care not to get caught in those if I can help it. Now, friend or foe? They're not red on the minimap, so I don't think they're a threat. But let's just get a lay of the land first. There's another person up here. And a big long cliffside. Let's do the antisocial thing and ignore those strangers up there and see what we can't find down a random cliffside after my entire party decides to clip within its own boundaries. Can I please? Thank you. Wooden hatch and a skeleton. That's not ominous at all. I'll take a potion of healing and some gold. Thank you very much. Who's going to be best at picking this lock? Let's check our character sheets. Sleight of hand +2. +4. +5. And probably not the wizard. Rogue, funnily enough, you're going to be our man for this job. Before we jump down there and see if there's any threats, is there anything we want to do with our inventory? I don't even know if you can cast that spell. I won't allow myself to cast it before I find out, because of rule number 6. Classes can only cast class spells. I don't think anyone needs any extra weapons. Everyone has health potions. Should we? We should give the poison to the rogue. That seems sensible. We've got food and water, but that's for healing. That's for long resting, not for healing. So we don't need to divide that amongst anybody else. And I don't know what half of this stuff does, so probably not too pertinent to share it out around the party. Do you have lockpicks, sir? You do. You have one set of thieves' tools. Let's make this count. Oh boy. I assume that has used our kit. No? Is this just a game-breaking mechanic that you can just keep trying over and over again? It would seem so. Maybe they're not a use item. Maybe we just have them. We'll certainly keep a hold of them, that's for sure. Shall we have just our rogue take a peek inside to see what's down here before we send the whole party to their deaths? A river, a lever. Explore the ruins. We've entered some ruins through an underground cave. There's bound to be some interesting artifacts down here. Well, we weren't ambushed, so we'll have the rest of our party join us down here. That seems safe enough. And I will take my rogue, please. And we'll just sneak ahead. I think in a game where we don't want to be reloading or having anybody die at any point, there may well be a lot of this, so get used to it. Nothing quite like a thick, ominous fog. And dead people everywhere. It's not remotely suspicious in a crypt. Come on, game. Get original ideas.
Scribes with swords. So much for the quill being mightier.
I have such an uneasy feeling. Yes, some of us have dark vision, some of us don't. Does that mean... So Gale's a human, probably doesn't have dark vision. Oh, there's some brightness difference there, but not an awful lot. Anyhow, back to our rogue. Why do I get the feeling we've come to the back end of this adventure before the front end of this adventure? Giant locked stone doors. Creepy mist. Do I want to be better prepared for whatever's going to go on here? Is that what the group of people upstairs were all about? I'd like to do a perception check on this chest to make sure it's not going to explode, blow up. No, just a plate. I'll take the cup, that's free money. Thief be thieving, you know. Oh no, what?
This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Oh, okay, so you were recognizing this person. Fair enough. Entombed warrior. It's better than an embalmed warrior because that's just a mummy, isn't it? But hey, if I can have the weapons so that the corpses don't have them, that can only benefit me, right?
That's curious.
Alright, let's get the rest of the party over here in case deadly mystical button in deadly underground cave causes death. That would be a great start to... We're only, what, 3 episodes in if we get a TPK now? That's total party kill. The death of all of our heroes. That would be ill-advised. You guys hide there. You push the button? No. Before we push the button. Gale. You have 3 first level wizard spell slots. And with one of those, because... Let's have a look at Gale's character sheet here. His armor class, basically the difficulty in which it is to hit him, is currently a 12, if we compare that to the rest of the party. 13 for Silver, 17 for Shadowheart, 12 for Gale, 14 for Astarion. So he's got the worst AC, but he also has magics. And one of these, the one that looks like a breastplate, surround a creature in a protective magical force, its armor class is increased by 3. So we're just going to do that. So now should we get into a fight, he has a far better chance of surviving, especially with the fewest hit points. Alright, push the button.
Darkness can be to our advantage.
Yeah, this hasn't gone well. Okay, Shadowheart is a cleric, and one of the powers that clerics get is Turn Undead. This uses their Channel Divinity, a resource that clerics have, and possibly paladins. I'm not entirely sure, I've never played one. And they're not currently in this game yet. But, Turn Undead. Present your holy symbol and pray. Each undead that you can see or hear is forced to use its actions to flee from you. Range 30 feet. And there's one there, and one up there. So, question is, I guess we can kind of see how far 30 feet is here. Well, 30 feet is not far enough for this purpose. But we are going to just see if we can't start killing everything that we can see. Do we want to start burning spell slots already? I mean, better lacking spell slots and alive than having spell slots and dead, right? And we missed anyway. Alright, well that's Shadowheart's turn. Who's over here making mysterious checks? Are we not all in the fight? I thought we were all in the fight. Well, now we are all in the fight. Alright, Wizard Man, what you got? I don't think sleep's gonna work on undead, but I could be wrong. But this guy's got 28 HP, so... Oh, Gale doesn't have dark vision. Alright, well I'm not going to spend such an expensive spell on such a low hit chance. So... Can't move all the way up that way. I guess it's just going to be firebolt the guys in some light. Oh! He crits for 16 damage and that guy is out of the fight. Excellent work, Gale. That's you done, Astarion. So, you're the rogue. I'm going to let you hide as a bonus action. Because that lets you get your sneak attack. Good, that's 10 points of damage. I'll take it. Oh, more friends. That was dangerous. And we are silenced. That's also very not good. Silence means, I think, currently that we cannot cast spells. Can't cast spells with a vocal component. That's a bad time. We can just step out of this seeming bubble, which I think I probably will, as I would like to really help take this guy down. So we're going to step to here, outside of the bubble. Bonus action, Hex this guy. And then just a classic Eldritch Blast. And we missed. So that's your turn. Shadowheart, now's your moment. Do I click them? Do I click you? Well, this guy was turned. This one made their saving throw, and we have spent our action to do that. But we're also really, really hurt. So, bonus action, consume a potion. Technically in the full game, it's an action to consume a potion. But I always play the home rule that if you're administering a potion to yourself, then it's a bonus action. So we will do that. And then hope to survive these next two enemies. Who is asleep? Gale. Gale is asleep. Astarion. Would you please wake Gale? That's a whole action, but it does mean that Gale now gets his action, so it was either spend one action as Gale or spend one action as Astarion. And now everyone's awake again, so I will take that. Still in this bubble of silence, but here we are not, which is excellent. I really don't want anybody to die. 72, 30. Can we do another one of those crits? That would be amazing. Oh, you're turned. I don't need to worry about you as much. Oh, you know, 1 point of damage. That's fine. Gale's done. You're a rogue. You get to bonus action hide. How many of these guys are there? Did he succeed on his hide? Condition lost. Receive condition hiding. Entomb scroll condition lost silence. I don't think he did. But for now, Silvar's up. And so this guy's hexed. So when we hit him, he will receive an extra d6 of damage. And currently we have a dagger in each hand, which means we can attack as a main action and as a bonus action, which will proc hex twice if we hit twice. So let's do that. I think that worked. No, we got 3 piercing damage plus hex, then 5 piercing damage, but it didn't do hex again. I feel like it should, but I can't. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. And we have an action back as Shadowheart. This guy's got 5 HP left. We can kill him. 65% for the cantrip is better than our chances with... Better than our chances with hitting him with a mace. So fingers crossed he doesn't make his save and then we can roll a 5 on a d8. Excellent. So as Silvar now, we still have our bonus action, and because we're acting on the same initiative, we can intersperse our turns, so we can reapply the hex spell that we were concentrating on to a different creature. Can't we? Or did I spend my bonus action? Did I spend my bonus action already? If I did, I don't remember. Oh, of course. Okay. I did spend my bonus action because I attacked with both hands. That is attacking with both weapons. Both weapons, both actions. Excuse me. So you don't need to heal again right now. We will end turn. Gale's out like a light, obviously. But rather than waking him right now, we are going to take this opportunity to sneak attack, backstab. Oh, another crit. That's wonderful. And we will have Astarion come and stand in front of Gale to try and bait any attacks that might otherwise go towards him. So we have been color sprayed. That means that attacks against us have... Ranged attacks and spells have a 15-foot range. Oh, so our ranged attacks have half of their typical range, and they're at disadvantage. But we're not blinded. That's a different condition. Okay, who's still in this fight? That guy up there, and this guy right here. Bonus action. Hex. And then get stabby. And we missed. With 10 points of health, 3d10 seems a little bit like overkill. But I would really like this guy not to get another turn. We'll spend the cantrips, preserve the spell slots. We'll probably be needing them. What is rattling? Ah, Gale's awake. Welcome back to the party, Gale. Good work. Another guy down. Those two have attacked. And we still have our Hex. We will move that on to the next target. This is what makes Hex quite so powerful. If I can see them, please. Can I not see them? Apparently I can't see them to hex them, so we're just going to Eldritch Blast. And miss. These guys love sleep, man. They're like me as a student. Alright. We are alive and safe, and Shadowheart has something to say.
Rising from the dead just to protect some dusty baubles. Fools.
Couldn't agree more. Besides, what use do the dead have of possessions?
Trinkets may be worth a few coins all the same.
Alright, let's pick the bodies clean and see what was on the other side of that button. This is where we're going to have a bias to collecting stuff as the main character and then having to divvy out things later, I suppose. Heavy key. Well, this doesn't appear locked in here.
A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
But what's in the sarcophagus? Come on. We can't go through all this and then just have an empty sarcophagus. The Amulet of Lost Voices. The wearer gains Speak with the Dead, level 3 necromancy spell. Sure, I'll take it. Any gold coins or anything in these vases? No, just lots of empty containers. Alright. Astarion, get back in here, please. Tell you what, stand right there and hide. And let's have the cleric. Is the cleric going to deface a tomb?
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
Alright. Shame the others won't, like, help. Hi there.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Well, I guess we'll try and think of what Shadowheart would say. Oh, none of these are actually answers to the question.
Because that would be senseless. Wilt thou answer my question? So, I ask again. What is the worth of a single mortal life?
How much of a bitch do we think Shadowheart is? Ah, she's a cleric. She does good things.
And thus, balance is achieved. If all are at war, none can win. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
That's not ominous at all.
These chambers are much changed.
Alright, well I guess we'll be getting out of here before anything else has a chance to try and kill us in this giant death room. Oh, another chest. Before we leave, chests. Gold.
How long has it been?
What could a book contain that requires it to be bound with chains?
This book is far lighter than it should be, with such a massive log.
That was lock, everybody. Oh, good. It's always nervous when you know you can't save and reroll.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list, but of what?
What are the names? Tell me.
Gods. These are the names of gods. Once lost, but now restored after the second sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
And we have received a scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement. Very interesting. Right. We will finish pillaging this room, and then I think we will be done for the day. That's not what I expected that to be. Scroll of Silence, Scroll of Guiding Bolt. I do not need a bone, thank you ever so much. Anything else? No. Creepy pool of water. Okay, well, with a broken coffin for each of us, I think... Did we leave a Starion behind? We absolutely did. Sorry, buddy. Come join the party. There we are. Reunited. A broken coffin each. That is where we will end Session 3 of Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. We've survived our first real obstacle as a party. And I think it went surprisingly well, thanks to a few good crits and some turning of some undead. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider liking it or subscribing it so that you might get to see more. Or if you have found this and found it interesting, you can find a link to the entire playlist down in the description below. The game itself is, of course, Baldur's Gate 3. If you want to try and check it out yourself, it's in early access on Steam. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.